everyone, today's review is going to be of liquid or roll-on glues. So everyone has glue sticks. They're basic, and thanks to a scrappy sister, I probably have a lifetime supply of these photo ones, and they work really well. They're non-toxic, they can be used by kids, they won't mar, they don't always grip for a super permanent hold, but they do have a very good purpose. They do have their purpose. To prevent them from drying out, even though they typically have pretty tight-fitting lids, if you start one or get one and you really like the way it holds, just pop it in a sandwich bag, Ziploc bag, and seal it, and that will prevent it from drying out. So stick glues, very practical, very useful, great for quick paper adhesion. Then everyone knows Glossy Accents, and if you don't, it's a clear dimensional embellishment that can either adhere or be a topper. And if you top it over projects, it has, when dried, a clear glassy effect. Therefore, that's why it's called Glossy Accents. The tips can sometimes clog, so it's a good idea after you use Glossy Accents, because you don't want to shake this up to create bubbles. You can start before using it by tipping the bottle upside down. The lid is flat enough to stay stationary, and that will bring all the product down without you having to shake it to move it down to the tip. To unclog the tip, simple little warm water if it's really clogged, or you can use a head pin, a bobby pin, something like that. Then you also might want to check the cap. That has a tendency to get filled with debris of the drying Glossy Accents like this mine did. So just clear it out of it, occasionally, because if you have debris in the cap and you close it, the tip will get tilted, and sometimes it could crack, and it's just easier if you keep the lid clean. So that's Glossy Accents, and it's good for stick pin, holding beads on, smaller things. Then I also have this Scrap Perfect Best Glue Ever, and this glue actually is great on projects that you may want to get wet. So in other words, something that you would adhere embellishments on first, or lace. This is good for lace and fabrics, and then you might want to spray mist them with something or watercolor near the embellishment. This is really good for that. And this is the company that puts out that anti-static pad for when you're embossing, so I've used this. This is really nice. Then Fabri-Tac, this is a new design bottle. It has a screw top and a precision nib. Now you cut off as much as you want, so I cut it as closely to the tip as possible. In essence, Fabri-Tac is like liquid hot glue, at least in my experience. It does, it's a permanent adhesive. It grabs quickly, it bonds fabric, lace, trim, leather, wood. It is washable, and it's acid and land-free, so it could be used for scrapbooking. But it's very nice on fabric, attaching flowers, on items and projects that you know will not be handled a lot. Attaching for especially 3D objects like flowers on projects that you know will be handled, like covers of mini books, I would definitely recommend using hot glue. But this is the next best thing. So if you're prone to burning yourself using a glue gun, this is something that I would recommend. So that's Fabri-Tac. Then everyone is probably aware of the Scotch Quick Dry. This is a wonderful staple for paper adhesing. The cap sits upside down, so you don't have to shake the glue to get it down. I've been getting it at Big Lots, but I've been practically stalking my Big Lots trying to find it, because it's only $2 versus $6 at any of the crafting stores. So even with a coupon, 50% off coupon, $6 is it's only down to $3. I really much prefer the $2. So if anyone sees it at their local Big Lots, pick it up. It doesn't go bad if you don't open it. It doesn't dry out very quickly, so you could totally stockpile enough of this to use for a couple of years. But the previous design, and they have changed the design, and I don't have the new design bottle in front of me, unfortunately. This tip is flexible. So it's a flexible rubber tip. It does have a tendency to clog, so you have to pin it before you use it. Clear the tip after you use it, recommended. The new design, see that this is a screw-on tip. The new design is a pop-on lid with a screw tip, but the tip is now hard plastic. So it doesn't have the same flexibility. I actually prefer this rubberized tip. So when I'm finished using this one, even if I have to get a new bottle, I'm going to keep this bottle, wash it out, rinse it out, and then refill it because I like the way the tip is. And some of you may also have noticed some people have bottles that have the red tip and some have the lavender tip. It's exactly the same glue. It's just where and when it was manufactured. It's exactly the same 3M glue, but I reach for this a lot, so this is always within reach for me. And then the mother of all adhesion is the E6000. This is very high in the stinky factor, so if you're going to be using this for any prolonged period of time, more than just for a minute or two, I would definitely use it in a well-ventilated area. Do not let children use this glue. This is not children approved. Children approved? Not children approved. This is toxic. It says so because it's an industrial strength craft adhesive. I primarily use this for embellishing bling, like real Swarovski crystals. I've blinged out a set of headphones. Sorry about that, I ran out of memory. So I use this for something that's small and would get a lot of wear, like my set of headphones that I blinged out. And I'll try to show those in a future video if anyone's interested. And this is very toxic smell, and it's not something that I would recommend using extensively on a regular basis, but it is a fabulous bond, like it says. So, and there are lots of other adhesives out there. These are just the liquid ones I wanted to go over today. If anyone's interested or has any questions, oh, and last but not least is Stickles. I know a lot of you don't consider this glue per se, but it really is glue. It's just glue with glitter in it. So I wouldn't, at the cost for each bottle, I definitely wouldn't use it as an adhering glue, but it is still considered a glue, so I just wanted to throw that in. So all of these glues have their own appropriate applications, and I will be happy to do any other little reviews that anyone's interested in. I will continue doing tool reviews, and I will be opening it up for suggestions, so if you have anything you would like for me to review, by all means, please leave me a comment below. Otherwise, everyone, thank you so much for watching.